Welcome back. I'm Shaq. We got another video. Well, Safaree just came out with a video challenging back Erica Mena. I think that's how you pronounce her name. Responding to her saying that he's a deadbeat. The problem is, at least for Erica, he had tape. There's home footage of you, madam. And it looks wild. So we're gonna listen to her speak for a little bit because I ain't gonna listen to her ramble forever, okay? And then we're gonna listen to him talk about the deadbeat story. You know, I always like a story, especially when the other person has been caught lying. It's gonna be a fantastic story. But hold up, he's just hitting this video, needs to hit the like button, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. And in the comment section, give me a thumbs up or a heart, just to let me know that it's real. But let's waste no more time. Let's roll the clip.
In my mentions this morning, I've come across a few comments stating, I don't feel sorry for her. She chose him. Why would you feel sorry for me? Since I've gotten on the scene in my late teens, I've been able to make a name for myself, and it's not because of who I dated or any type of affiliation. It's because of me, whether I've made mistakes, not knowing any better at the time, or whether I've accomplished things. Like, everything that is under Erica Mena came from me.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
Literally from me. And I gotta say, I've come a long way. Like, music videos, like that era, you know, reality TV. Now I'm doing movies. Like, I've been able to do the damn thing. And I'm about to have my own show.
This is crazy because I don't know who she is. Your name is only linked to Safaree, to me, and Aaron the plumber. But the only problem is Safaree name is only linked to Nicki Minaj to me. So it's funny, both of y'all.
I'm sort of famous for being almost famous.
Both of y'all like aren't really important in my head. I apologize. It's just what I think.
No need to feel sorry for me. Now, if you want to feel the embarrassment that I might be feeling because I'm a human, and if you're human, I'm sure, you know, you can kind of understand where I'm going with that, then yeah, that's one thing. You know, I'm human. There's moments where we are embarrassed. If anything, be embarrassed with me because shit. Look what I've been dealing with. And there's so much that honestly the world doesn't even know. But anyway, back to the comment. I chose him. Do y'all forget? I was chased for 3 years. And I wasn't budging. Like, mofo had to go through my friends and my family just to get me to reply in a text, let alone give him any type of chance.
Madam, I hope you do know you still chose him. Just because it took time don't mean you didn't choose him. Do you believe because you're hard to get that now means you didn't choose him? That's a ridiculous concept. Hey, yo, man, but you know, if you believe in that helps you sleep at night, then you go ahead and do that, my dear.
So then the chance was finally given. And behind closed doors, when I finally started to get this chance, this individual was actually doing this whole PR rant, claiming he wanted to be married and have kids. So I was seeing the outside actions he was projecting, and then I was engaging in the chance I was giving, and boy, did he come hard. So it kind of matched.
Man, what the fuck is you talking about?
What's that?
I'm sorry.
You know, and I was like, you know what? Anywho, the chance was given, and life took its course. Before you knew it, he was popping the question. And because this person went so hard, it was like hard not to believe. You know? Anywho, this is another comment that I kind of have to address. Well, you gave him a second baby.
I'm not gonna lie to you, that comment makes perfect sense. That sounds wild if you be doing what you're doing and you know you was like, ooh, 2 of them? No, you can make one mistake, I guess, but when you make 2, now you just seem crazy. And yes, there's a lot of crazy people out here in the world. It just happened you also one of them.
Okay. absolutely have to speak on this whole you gave him a second baby thing. Let's just state facts real quick. With King, my firstborn son, I had no idea I was pregnant until 5 months. I was getting my period, no symptoms at all. And yeah, 5 months pregnant. Had no idea. Years later, I get pregnant with Legend. Now, granted, yes, me and him were having issues, you know, after me having Sapphire, but we were still married and we were still going through that roller coaster of trying to fix our marriage. So with that process comes makeup sex a lot. Anywho, I went for my yearly checkup with Dr. Jackie, and boy, can she vouch for this, because I still to this day have this video. I went for my annual checkup. And I was flat, no stomach, no symptoms. I actually just finished my period.
Fool me once, shame on you. If fool me, we can't get fooled again.
So I go for my checkup. Dr. Jackie, pulling you in for this one, because this was actually a very memorable day, I'm sure, for both of us. Anywho, she walks in, because I definitely peed in that cup, which came up positive, obviously, for pregnancy. Behind her comes this monitor to check my belly. And I was thrown off, but anywho, she asks me if I wanted to know the good news or the bad news. And of course I wanted the good news, and that's when she broke it to me. You're pregnant. And you're months and months and months pregnant. No way. I just had my period. Boy, did she put that monitor on my stomach, and Legend was there, full face, hand. I still have the video.
Wait, hold up. Come closer. Did you think that was supporting anything? How did you address the comment? Because you didn't know you was pregnant? What are you talking about? This heifer's just rambling. You're just rambling. You still had multiple kids by the dude. Then you act like you didn't pick him. What is wrong with you? Who learned you, sister?
He was grown. So to clarify me hiding pregnancy, when I found out, a week later he found out.
I don't even know where to start, but I'm putting everything out there. Even whether you know me or not, there still has to be like a certain level of common sense when it comes to just being a judge of character. And this has nothing to do with TV at all, none of that. Like this is real life, because kids are involved. This deadbeat narrative, it's just so jarring to me. It does give me a headache sometimes, but then, you know, I'm pretty good at just brushing things off. But, you know, people who know me, and especially know my situation, they're like, yo, how long are you gonna stay quiet? I be sparing people. And then at the same time, it's like, yo, it's nobody's business, but I feel like everybody just feels like they know my business, and if it's reported, it's news, and that it's the truth and it's real. But I'm pretty sure that, you know, there's some men out there who can relate to this. And when it comes to being a father in a co-parenting situation where somebody wants to have full control of every single thing and they can't have control, it's just not gonna be a easy transition, you know, especially when, you know, the other person is just used to it being one way, or very controlling, or still wanting the whole family dynamic, and it's not there anymore.
I'm not gonna lie, that's actually a lot of women in America. Let's just say Western society. I don't see how people don't just acknowledge this thing yet, where this is that big mama thing, where women think that they can act like their mother, but with the guy that they're with, and to the children. Wildest thing in the world when I really hear it. But, you know, this is a society that I have now come to understand that men have created. Yeah, I'm going to just go ahead and say that. Women became a problem because of you, because of men. This is what we have to deal with.
I love my kids. And it's gotten to the point that I have to put myself first, because I'm either going to end up in jail or worse, because I'm dealing with someone whose
Crazy.
anger management is just non-existent. When I first moved to Florida, I remember I got a 2-bedroom condo, and the first time I had my kids come over there after my divorce, and I started the whole visitation and having my kids for the days I was having them. When my kids first came over in my condo, it made me so depressed, because I felt like they were so confined, and I didn't feel good about it. I gotta get a house. I need a house. I can't have my kids running around in this condo, hurting themselves, and it just not being a fit to raise, 2 children in a co-parenting setup. I found my house, and I'm gonna be all the way blunt and straight up with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got this house because of my kids. I got this house for my kids. Seeing my kids be here running around, it's the best feeling, when you have children with somebody who, at the end of the day, it shouldn't even have happened, because I should have just noticed certain things when it came to parenting. When you're with someone for 3 years and they have a child, and you probably saw the child 3 to 4 times because the child was put off to go live with somebody else. You kind of look past it when you don't have kids, or you're not thinking about that. I never even was like, yo, why doesn't your son live here? When you finally get to have a conversation with the son and find out why, it's crazy.
Hey, man, you speaking real vague. I understand that. You don't want to put somebody's business out there. I'll let you know right now, that is like the biggest red flag I ever hear. If I hear that, first off, the red flag is the fact that you had a kid and it's not mine.
Or he's hearing it from upstairs. Could you see it?
So that's already like extreme red flag where I'm not going to talk to you. But the second one is to know that the fact that you had a kid and your kid doesn't even live with you. What is wrong with you where your kid doesn't live with you?
I'm a bad man! You hear me? And take down your stupid cars!
And don't you say finances. I'm gonna lie to you, sir. You picked the crazy one. You picked the crazy one and you acknowledge it. Never mind. You acknowledge it.
Imagine speaking to a child who's of age and knows what's going on. He's 16 years old. And he says, if I ever had to live with my mother, I would...
Gotta make sure I blank that out.
I wouldn't make that up, And it sucks that I gotta really just run this down because of this smear campaign and somebody who gets such a high talking about me and picking and choosing what kids you want to, have on the forefront and get whatever extra attention you get off of it, so
that makes sense.
I kind of just looked past certain things and thought that, maybe I could help and make things better. But when you aren't with somebody and it doesn't work out and the two of you are just in a weird space and everything is a fight, especially in front of the kids, I'm not going to subject myself to that. My kids have never.
I'm telling you right now, looking at that video, pepper sprayed and she would call the overhand right.
Get up! Come on, get up! Get up, son!
Y'all would have seen my inner boxer skills when it came out. I went to that Russian dance, stepping back and forth, and she would say, "What are you doing?" I'd be like this, "Don't worry about it, bitch." What? It would have just been terrible for her. Oh man, and on the phone with the police? How ain't she in jail? How did that happen?
Ever seen me upset. My kids have never heard me yell.
Bitch, you're lucky I don't call the cops on you. You're dead to me. Yeah, you are too. You've been dead. You've been dead more than I need you. No. I didn't leave before I need you. Remember that. Nice flow, Linda. Yeah, go ahead. You too, bitch. Go ahead. Go ahead. Because your other two kids are going to be miserable just like you. Oh, fuck all of y'all. Go ahead. Jerk off. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. All of y'all. Go ahead. All because of you. All because of you. All because of you.
I don't argue. That's just not in me.
Jesus.
But, you know, on the other hand, the other side, they don't operate or think the way I do. And when I have my kids and someone is pretty much trying to police and parent and like watch every single thing I'm doing and call, oh, who's there? Whoa, what's going on? It's just so unhealthy, so excessive, to the point where it just creates a lot of issues. You can't pick and choose when it's okay to say, okay, the kids are good. And then if we're not, you know, in a good space, then it's a issue. I've taken my kids to Jamaica. If I was such a bad parent, nobody's gonna let a man take the kids to Jamaica by myself. I didn't have no help. And I don't want a biscuit for it. I did it, you know? It just creates such a level of toxicity that it's better to just be like, you know what? I'm gonna deal with this through the courts, and when this thing gets sorted out how it's supposed to be sorted out, then okay, we'll figure it out. So for the past, you know, few months, that's what I've been dealing with when it came to, you know, looking for lawyers and just trying to figure out this whole thing, because my original standing order for this child support and the visitation and all of that, everything, it originated from Georgia. We moved to Florida. When we moved to Florida, everything has to get transferred over. It just got transferred over like this week. So now I get to find out what this new setup is going to be, because I refuse to go to her house to pick up the kids. I refuse.
You're a smart motherfucker, that's right.
I'm not. It's just too unstable, too unpredictable, and
sweet Jesus.
The only way I would do it is either a police precinct, or if the kids are somewhere else and I'm picking them up from there. But everything is just done off of spite and being malicious intent on the other end. Me, I don't move like that. I don't live like that. You know, when people look at me, I don't look like I'm carrying stress. I don't look like I'm losing weight. I don't look like I'm just harboring so much hate inside me that it physically begins to show. I'm a father. I'm a grown-ass man. When I have my kids in there with me, they're under my care. They don't have nothing to worry about.
Hey, yo, this is wild. And second thing, I don't got kids, but I'm a grown man, and the world would know I hate that motherfucker. Like, they would have known. Anytime you put a camera in front of me, her name would have came up without you even asking about it. Shaq, how your day going? Boy, it's going great. The sun is out, and that ugly, skinny motherfucker ain't next to me. What's her name? Erica? I hate her. I would mention her at all times. They would know the passion that I have, the hatred. I like it. Ooh.
So I'm not gonna have anybody acting like they need to know every single thing going on. When I was filming Love and Hip Hop Miami, and I had my kids here calling, oh, where the kids at? What they do? Oh, you better not be filming with the kids. Oh. First of all, I've never filmed with the kids ever by myself on Love and Hip Hop. They're not a part of my storyline. That doesn't make sense to me. I'm not gonna be in the park pushing the kids, playing, like, of course they wanted to see me film with them, but you know, both parents have to sign off on that. And you know that wasn't happening. The last instant of when we had a transfer with the kids, it was, she called me and said, hey, I'm in the area. I could save you a trip. I could come pick the kids up. And I'm tired and I don't want to do the drive. And it was like really like early in the morning or whatever. So I'm like, all right, cool. I let her in.
What have I done? Big mistake.
Lay down in the kids' room. One of the kids was in there. Next to the kids was laying with me in my room. And when she gets up, she's like, she wants to have a conversation with me. I'm like, okay, let's talk.
Gotcha, nigga!
As soon as she starts talking, is yelling, screaming, all of that. I said, yo, look, I'm not doing that. And if you can't talk to me normally in front of the kids, where the kids don't realize that we're having a discussion about something that we're not agreeing on, then I'm not having it. Oh, I don't give a half, blah, 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 blah. All this yelling, whatever. So I'm like, okay, forget it. Just, you know, you here, pick them up, you can leave. And in my face, all of that, blah, 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 and all that. So I'm like, all right, you don't want to leave. I call the cops. I'm on the phone with the cops. I'm telling them, hey, you know, before this escalates, I would like police presence here because I want her to leave. Filming me calling the cops. Okay, I'm calling the cops, you're filming me. You're the one with the anger management problem just going off. So break stuff up in the house, has the kids running over glass, breaking stuff up outside.
Wow.
After that, I just was like, you know what? If I can't pick up my kids in a place that is like a drop-off point or a police precinct, I'm not picking them up because I'm not going to her house ever again in life. My daughter, she has an iPad. I'm blocked on the iPad. My daughter's 4 years old. She doesn't know how to block people. She doesn't even know how to text. Childish, just like BS like that. So I'm like, okay. The next time I got my kids after that, oh, no, before that, when I went and I was gonna get a restraining order because, you know, she's doing stuff like showing up in my crib, 5 o'clock in the morning, pulling out a ladder, hopping the fence.
Oh my God, what is that? Oh my God! What is that?
Hey, stop! Stop!
Banging on my windows. My son's birthday party was like,
whoa, whoa. I'm going to be honest with you. You might actually have to tase her. Pepper spray, tase, whatever you can do to traumatize her so she never comes back.
Hey!
To be honest, this holds enough weight for me to understand if a guy say, hey, yo, I'll be a deadbeat. You're crazy. Who drives to your house and brings a ladder to hop over the gate and then bang on your door? She was a 1960s criminal and then became an angry baby mother. Like, nope. Safaree, wherever you got your accent from or whatever you do, you should move over there, move back there. America might not be for you if they're not helping you. This isn't right. She's supposed to be in like 5 different jails at the same time. I don't know how you're supposed to do it, but that's what it looks like.
A month after that, no, like it was a while after that. And then when I went to the party, they said, hey, you want a restraining order, but you went to a party, she was there, so you must not be in that much fear. So I had to drop that case. And this is me having to have 2 different lawyers. So this is 2 separate lawyers for one lawyer for that, and another lawyer for this whole family court thing. This woman text a naked picture of me to my mother and my sister because she wanted to let them know that, oh, you and your son, I'm pretty sure your son's not telling you what's really going on between us and all of this other nonsense. Okay.
That lady has the devil in her. Why would you do that? What's the purpose? What are you doing? I might actually have to John Wick her. I would have hit it in my head and I would have told my mother, hey, yo, mom, that bitch gotta go. My mom would probably cried a little bit. She would have said, don't do it. I'll be like, I got you, mom. I understand what you're saying. That bitch gotta go. You do not mess with my mother or my father when it comes to these things. They're old. They don't need this. You need to go. Nope, it doesn't even matter. I made it up in my mind. He might be way more stable than me because That bitch gotta go.
Me and you are still, you know, having a relation, and that's over with. Thank God that's over with. Like, you know, I prayed about that, and there's absolutely nothing physical going on anymore. And you taking naked pictures and sending it to my mother and my sister to do what and prove what?
I made this for you!
And it's like, that's the type of nonsense I have to deal with. I cannot ever pick up my kids in peace. Everything is just long and drawn out.
Big screen. Hey, y'all can go on his channel and watch it. Got like 10 more minutes left. Y'all seen that was wild. Hey, yo, is there gotta be somewhere where we should start supporting, you know, hands being put on people who birth children? How could all this information be out and the police not do anything? It sounds so wild and unbelievable that I'm like, sir, you got to be lying about something. But the only problem is based off of all the stories, all the things that men hear about other men. Nah, it's pretty accurate. This can easily be true. If I would talk to the police, I would literally have a mental breakdown by saying, how do y'all think she's a stable mother if she pulled up to my house with a ladder and hopped my fence? If you can explain that to me, Officer Dan, explain that to me. I would have actually had a mental breakdown because of the court system. Hey, yo, man, Safaree, I am so sorry about your situation. The truth about it, deadbeat. You mean the truth about a bitter, angry woman? That's what you mean to say. Now I can see how she was able to get onto reality TV. Ain't she the same lady that called the other lady like a monkey? What? Like, that's the wild part. She does so many crazy things, and the police and the government know that she has children, and they like, this is just fine. I'm so happy he caught her with camera and tape footage, something to let everybody know. I pray the Almighty God stays with you, because I clearly see the government's not gonna help you. Oh, you ain't know what that was? Oh, that doo-doo, baby.